Brentford hosting Arsenal. Arsenal once again in action in London as we take a look at the table right now. When it comes to these two sides, though, it's very differing contrast when it comes to home and away form. For Brentford, they have won 7 of 9 home games and only lost 1. It's the joint best home record in the league this season. No club secured more points or scored more than the Bees here on their own patch this season. As for Arsenal on the road, though, they've only won 4 of 9, they've drawn 3, and they have lost 2. So what are we looking at here to kickstart 2025?
If Brentford play at a high tempo and they put Arsenal under pressure and don't allow Arsenal to pass out from the back and play and get their fluent game going, Brentford could cause a problem. You know, they've got players with lots of pace, they've got players they can be quite direct with, they can get crosses into the box, they can make it very difficult for Arsenal. But the first thing you have to do when you're playing against Arsenal is to make sure you don't allow Arsenal to get a foothold in the game where they can control the pace of the game, because that's what Arsenal like to do. But with Arsenal, we know that Saka is such a key player for them. We know that without him, haven't got that ability to go past people down the outside on that right-hand side. Martinelli could play out there. But it's a totally different Arsenal side, I think, without Saka. I still think they're going to be too good, just too good for Brentford, though.
Mikel Arteta, Don, has warned Liverpool that his players are ready. Says the pressure's on Liverpool right now because Arsenal know what they have to do, and so they're not worried about that side of things.
Good. There's a manager trying to tell his team that they're good enough. There's a manager trying to tell a group of fans that we are in a title race. I see this one as a 2-2 draw. I think Brentford at home are strong. I think, you know, they're a completely different side. It's chalk and cheese, really. It's bizarre when you watch them away from home, how deep they are, and territory-wise, they're a lot 20 yards further back. When they play at home at the G-Tech, they're on the front foot, and Wissa's playing well, and Burmo, they've got good midfield players that like to compete. And I've always thought this season it's been a bit of a flat one from an Arsenal point of view, even though they're in a title race. I still think attacking-wise, they're a two-man team. I think when you look at Bukayo Saka and you look at Ødegaard, these two guys make them tick. I think Havertz and Jesus and Martinelli are really, really good players. Nothing like when Saka and Ødegaard played together, and Saliba and Gabriel quite solid at the back. But I think at the G-Tech, I'm going to go for a 2-2 score draw.
OK, where do you think it's going to finish for you, Mark? When we take a look at the fact that one's very strong at home, one's not been so great on the road, what do you reckon?
I think Brentford can catch Arsenal out in this one because the absence of Saka is a massive blow for Arsenal. I was watching Thierry Henry on TV in the UK last week, and he was making the point that when Arsenal play, Martinelli is so reluctant to go past his man that opposition teams know that there's no point in paying too much attention to him because it all goes through Saka. Now, Saka's not there, so Martinelli's going to have to raise his game. They're going to have to find more assets up front to develop the attacking player they have. So this could be a game where Brentford are very well organised, very strong at home. Like Robbo said, they've got great pace on the counter-attack, and Buemo's one of the most underrated players or forwards in the Premier League. So I think Brentford could catch Arsenal out in this game and probably win this one.